Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter.
Hello, my sweet girl.
Your love life is pretty dull, right?
Rude.
No, I mean it as a good thing. I'm over the second-hand relationship drama going around. Peter asked me about every text he sends to his girl. Is it too long, too short, too soon, too late, too needy, too cool? Why didn't she reply? I sent it 5 seconds ago. Blade doesn't even use full sentences. He pops out of nowhere, sits down and goes, "Some women." What does that mean, some women? Are what? Vampires? Space captains?
How about your own relationships?
No troubles whatsoever, because my motto is communication, communication, communication.
So you are saying the ghost writer does not ghost?
No ghosting, also no dating. But you didn't ask, so let's assume I've got plenty of options lining up to date me.
I do not doubt it. If I look out the window right now, I am sure I will see the line stretching all the way from Los Angeles.
Hey, look who's awake.
Hunter.
Why, hello, Hunter.
Awesome! Thanks, Hunter! Oh, hey.
Time to take it to the next level.
Haha, nothing's gonna stop me now.
Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
This'll make a difference.
I guess I could show you a couple of things. Good stuff. Better than a simulation.
Peace.
Glad to see you're adjusting.
Pick your target, Hunter. If we had some rookies, I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think we're past that. Thanks, Hunter.
Please tell me it's not another amulet. A simple object, though certainly not useless.
Hey, Hunter. No peeking now. How does this look?
Yes. I thought you would choose that one.
Hunter, hello.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
Body makes my mind work harder, so it's like solving multiple problems at once.
Step through portal.
As if the people of New York didn't have enough problems, scattered reports of Hydra activity are coming in from across the 5 boroughs. We'll head to the highest concentration first and take it from there. Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Shouldn't take too long.
How about Stay down already, loser. Hold this health.
They cannot stop us.
I guess we are basically professionals. This usually works.
We will never forsake her. I'm out for reinforcing.
Looks like I've got their attention. This one's for you.
I feel better already.
Whatever works. Here you go. Ah, feeling strong all of a sudden. Here's one for you.
Hail Hydra!
Just a scratch.
You can't just scare me off, you know. They must be getting desperate. Aw, look at all the big, tough bad guys. Good one. You need this more than I do. You asked for it. I could have made made that so much worse.
Enemy is mobile. Regroup and position Tango.
Over the years, Lilith's disciples have come in many forms. Hell. You are too weak for this fight.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Why is it that for every one of these sites we take out, it seems like two more appear in their place?
Patience. Hydra certainly lives up to their name.
I've hunted an actual Hydra. That was easier.
Easier than this. I live up to my name, too. Hell of a price Crossbones put on your head, Runt. Too bad he never said it had to stay attached to your body. Well, too bad for you. Big words for a dead man.
You got one thing right today, Sabretooth. Heads are definitely about to roll.
Oh, look. Another mangy stray.
You smell wrong.
Compared to him,
Good point.
Now I get to kill two runts with one claw. Maybe I should be paying Hydra.
Take that animal down before he can hurt anyone else.
Who you calling an animal, lady?
Check your ears,
the advantage is mine. Welcome assistance.
Don't feel right.
Just like old times.
Now I'm angry. least Logan can heal. How do you expect to keep up?
They're really into me today.
It is a shame you chose to waste your talents chasing the highest bidder. You did not have to end up this way.
About time. That's it for you.
The light will carry you onward.
I owe you a Coke.
You have earned this. Weak, even for Hydra.
Got some backup coming.
This one has the stink of death on it. A past filled with the suffering of innocent victims.
You think this hurts?
Not looking good.
I've got all the heals barely a scratch.
Night, night.
Looks like you got me, Runt. Go ahead. Make it quick.
What the hell are you doing?
Not much of a hunter, are you? You'd fit right in with Logan and the rest of Xavier's housebroken little pets. Now hold still, pup. This is gonna hurt.
Nifty trick. Don't think he was expecting that thing around your neck to bite back.
Can he heal from that too?
Don't know. But I'm gonna make sure he doesn't.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
Can't heal. Have to keep going.
It sounds like you had some unexpected visitors out there.
Those two beasts came out of nowhere. Who were they?
Victor Creed and James Logan Howlett. But I'm sure they'd prefer to go by their current aliases.
Sabretooth and Wolverine. Those two have been at each other's throats for decades.
Wolverine? Then he is a werewolf? Huh. I did not sense that from either of them.
Because they are mutants. Like me.
You are... like them?
I will not be howling at the moon anytime soon, Hunter. It affects us all in different ways.
There are some things you'll need to become familiar with in our post-atomic world, Hunter. Mutants being a big part of that.
A blessing or a curse in the blood, depending on who you ask. I can explain further if you must know.
In the meantime, I need to look into what's happening in New York. Wolverine is an honorable man, if a bit rough around the edges. Sabretooth, on the other hand, is a homicidal maniac. The fact that he's got his sights set on you is definitely not good news.
Wait, you know Logan?
Who do you think first told me about you? You'd be surprised how many people have found their way into these woods over the years, and once they do, they tend to find a way back. I doubt this is the last we have seen of either of them.
Wonderful.
Logan and I are not exactly best friends or anything. He's more my brother Piotr's friend. Like I said earlier, we're all mutants. Not to freak you out or anything.
You say mutant as if it is a bad thing.
In some parts of the world, it is a very bad thing. You've been sleeping in the grave, so you've missed out on the anti-mutant hysteria. The Mutant Registration Act, all that crap.
So it is safe to say that things in the modern world are not easy for your kind.
That's an understatement.
So you and these other mutants, you all know each other from Russia?
Hardly. We're all part of the X-Men. I mean, not currently. But I guess once you're an X-Man, you're always an X-Man.
Just like a midnight sun.
I guess so.
And this Sabretooth, he is a mutant. Does that make him an X-Man as well?
Definitely not an X-Man. He and Wolverine go way back. Who knows what their feud was originally about? I doubt they can remember either.
He has been tracking us for a bit. He was the presence I sensed at the docks.
Are you sure it was him and not something else?
Yes, I am sure.
Yeah, he's a tough psychopath to forget. He's nasty. And I don't just mean his smell.
Having Sabretooth wrapped up in all of this is another headache we don't need. I can only hope Logan handles him swiftly, before he causes too much trouble.
How much do you trust this Logan person?
Quite a bit, actually. He's a bit prickly, but he's dependable.
I have too much else to worry about right now. I do not have much patience for difficult personalities. Stark and strange bickering are as much as I can tolerate.
Well, Logan isn't here, is he? He's out there, in the world, still tracking Sabretooth. If we're lucky, he'll put Sabretooth away for good, and that'll be the last we hear of it.
And if we are not lucky?
Then there will be a lot more dead bodies in our future.
I suppose there is nothing more to do but wait. I have a feeling we will be seeing more of Logan and Sabretooth.
Oh, I'd count on it.
Yes?
Hunter.
Oh, Hunter, I snapped a great photo of you in action. You're all swords akimbo, standing over a bunch of bad guys. Is it cool if I send it to the Daily Bugle?
That is something.
When many of the elder gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. The two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
You are too weak for this fight. To wear me down.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demigod, the God Eater.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work. Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you think you will fare any better? Leave some for the rest of us. Now that was something. Your mother abandons you. Feel my call. The light is on our side.
Just imagine how much more difficult this would be if Charlie wasn't there to join me. I think you owe her a treat after this.
I am impressed. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. They cannot possibly match your strength. Walk in the light. This shall be of great help. Return to your mother. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Unprepared. Now that was something. Welcome assistance.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in. And with live targets, too.
I am impressed. They cannot possibly match your strength. light's gift. Welcome assistance. Your strength.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
This looks like it belongs here.
With a tomb's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
He sees our path. Autumn reveals all. Autumn be praised. Something terrible happened here. This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
Caretaker and my mother knew their powers could help others, and they did not hesitate.
Of course not, dear. Your mother was a gifted healer, and Sarah was never one to back down from a fight. They also knew the signs of Chthon's influence, and Shaw's sudden rise to power undoubtedly got their attention.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World, just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the moon seals to the Knights of Wondergore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the moon seal?
After the trials, the moon seal vanished along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
Autumn must not see it that way. If it was here, Autumn would show me. This must be Shaw's study. Noble Ashtur guides my hand. goddess disagrees. There must not be anything here. This ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
Hunter.
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I have found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. I typically avoid venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. It makes Tony nervous, you see. Not in the "I'm concerned about your personal well-being, Doctor" sense. I think he's actually more afraid of what might happen to my side of the forge without proper supervision. Which, to be fair, is a valid concern. And in most cases, I'm perfectly content to bide my time studying safely indoors. There's an unsettling air about this place.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shaw. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
A charismatic personality and a fearful populace can do much evil together.
There was more to it than that.
Yes, I suspected as much. But I'm sure there's nothing to fear with you by my side, Hunter. You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
I thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Wanda spent a great deal of time out here, and she had the power.
She does have some experience with these spells, but why would she do that?
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient. You go on, Hunter. I'd like to study this area a bit more.
Hey.
Feeling well today, dear?
I have heard that Wanda's power comes from Chthon.
The way I understand it, as a child, Wanda and her family lived in Transia, not far from Mount Wundagore. Within that mountain, the dark god Chthon had long been imprisoned, his corruptive influence an ongoing threat to the people of Transia.
And Wanda was affected?
Whether Chthon reached out to Wanda, or he found her by chance, I can't say. But Wanda was blessed or cursed by Chthon, touched by the power of chaos magic. While he had hoped to make her some sort of acolyte, she proved to be more capable than even he foresaw.
What can you tell me about Chthon?
One of the first Elder Gods, Chthon is said to have existed for tens of millions of years, well before the dawn of humanity on Earth. Believe it or not, he wasn't always the bastion of evil that we know today.
This story sounds familiar.
As the legend goes, the downfall of the old gods was actually brought upon by Chthon's brother Set, who found that by consuming his siblings, he could gain their power. After Set consumed Hypus, Chthon followed suit with the others, and in this way, many of the first gods also became the first demons.
And how did he come to be imprisoned on Earth?
In the same way Hydra has worked to restore Lilith, various cultists of the past sought to revive Chthon to wield his power. When Chthon failed to cooperate, these same cultists did the only thing they could. They locked him away again.
What do you know about Transia?
Transia is your ancestral homeland, Hunter. The birthplace of Lilith and Caretaker. It has always been a sort of magical junction, drawing in every type of occultist, sorcerer, and even the occasional Elder God. The Abbey grounds still behave in much the same way, even after all this time.
And Wundagore?
Wundagore Mountain has always played a prominent role in whatever scheme was underway. Chthon himself is said to have created the Darkhold, deep within the caverns of the mountain.
What was Caretaker like when she was younger?
I'm sure it's difficult to remember now, but Sarah wasn't always the steadfast contrarian. In our younger days, she was much more enthusiastic about dashing off to save the day, not unlike some of our younger allies among the Suns.
That does not sound like the Caretaker we know and love.
Keep in mind, Hunter, Sarah has faced a great deal of loss in her time here. Everyone she ever cared about, in fact. I would say she's earned the right to be disagreeable, at the very least. She is a very strong woman. I'm not sure I would have held up as well given the same circumstances.
Who were the Knights of Wundagore?
Another mysterious group of heroes in a world full of mysterious groups. Of course, I'm no expert on Transian history. I do know that the Knights of Wundagore were formed as a response to the growing threat of Chthon's influence near the mountain.
What exactly did they do?
Hydra was hardly the first to dabble in chthonic schemes. Many have tried and failed to awaken the Dark God. Over the centuries, The knights fought alongside a number of allies who stood against the various crazed worshippers of Chthon.
You were there? At the witch trials?
Not initially, no. If I had been, I like to think I could have stopped them, before it was too late. I sensed something was wrong, and when the witches cried out in distress, I came to Salem as quickly as I could.
But Shaw had already committed his crimes against them?
Yes. It was a devastating discovery. And for the longest time, I blamed myself.
But you see now it was not your fault.
I've come to understand that we must accept the past and move on. But that doesn't mean I won't always carry that pain with me.
I know that feeling all too well.
I know. And I wish you didn't, dear. I really do.
I used to run away when the world got crazy, but now, I just get crazier.
Yes? Hunter?
What's up, Hunter?
On the prowl?
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
Hunter, if you're receiving this message, please come to the central console as soon as possible.
That is odd.